Penguin presents Ladybird Bedtime Tales for Children, read by Gemma Whelan and Nigel Pilkington. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, an age-old fairy tale made famous by the Brothers Grimm. Once upon a time, there was a gentle king and queen who were blessed with a beautiful daughter. The baby had skin as white as snow, sweet red lips, and hair as black as ebony. "I shall call my little princess Snow White," announced the delighted queen. Snow White was only a few weeks old when the queen suddenly died. The king was heartbroken. In time, however, he found another wife. The new queen was beautiful, but she was also cruel and hard-hearted. Every day, the queen would turn to an enchanted mirror in her bedchamber and ask, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror always spoke the truth, giving the reply, "You, my queen, are the fairest of them all." Over the years, however, Snow White blossomed into a lovely princess. One evening, the queen went to consult her mirror as usual. "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" she asked. "My queen," replied the looking-glass, "Snow White is the fairest." The next morning, the queen ordered her huntsman to take Snow White deep into the forest and kill her. The huntsman led the princess through the trees, but he couldn't bear to hurt such a sweet beauty. "Run far away," he begged. "If you come back to the palace, you will die." Snow White ran and ran. When the sun began to sink below the trees, Snow White came to a little cottage. It looked so snug and cosy inside. The princess couldn't resist opening the front door. In the kitchen, Snow White found a table with 7 little chairs. She tiptoed into the bedroom. "Look at those 7 tiny beds," she gasped, wondering who might live in such a place. She lay down on the beds and rested her weary head. The cottage belonged to 7 dwarfs who worked in a mine deep below the mountains. When they came home, Snow White was fast asleep. "What is this beautiful girl doing on our beds?" they wondered. Snow White woke up with a start. "Please help me," she begged. When the dwarfs heard Snow White's story, they promised to protect her from the evil queen. While the dwarfs went to work in the mine each day, Snow White happily cooked and cleaned in the cottage. Back at the castle, the queen went to her mirror. "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" she asked. And the mirror replied, "Snow White is the fairest of them all." The furious queen put on some old clothes and went out to the forest to find the princess. The queen knocked on the door of the dwarf's cottage, disguised as a peddler woman selling ribbons. "Let me put this pretty ribbon round your neck," she smiled. The queen pulled the ribbon so tight the princess could not properly breathe. But when the dwarfs got home that evening, they took the ribbon off and helped Snow White to bed. The queen was very angry when she discovered that her plan to kill Snow White had failed. The next day, she dressed up as a different peddler woman and went back to the cottage. "Who will try my beautiful hair combs?" she cried, standing beneath the bedroom window. Snow White looked longingly at the lovely combs, but the dwarfs had told her not to open the door to strangers. When Snow White refused to let her in, the cunning queen left the prettiest comb outside the front door and went away. Snow White came straight down the stairs, then slid the comb into her hair. "Oh!" she cried, falling.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?